We are live with another one, guys. Okay? Live with another one. All right? The mic is hot. Okay? Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give it a thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Today we actually have a topic of discussion, guys. Okay, topic of discussion, and it's kind of breaking news on both parties, to be honest with you guys. Okay, excuse me. It is breaking news right now for the MMA community, and to be honest with you, I think it's stemming from a UFC press conference that didn't go so well for Dana White. To be honest with you, I think that's the reason why now Dana White is open to having Ariel Helwani back at UFC events, guys. Okay, that is big news, guys. Okay, big news for Ariel Helwani. Okay, big news for the guy. I mean, he's been banned for a very long time. I mean, it's been damn near 6 years since we've seen Ariel Helwani back at a UFC event. To be honest with you, okay, and now that ban has been voided. I believe Dana White is actually making a conscious effort to get back Ariel Helwani in the UFC, guys. How you doing, Lucky? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. If you are new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, okay. One like, yeah, it is what it is, guys. Thank you so much. But yeah, Ariel Helwani, guys. Okay, Ariel Helwani. He is going to be back at UFC events, and I can't wait for this, guys. And how am I? I'm doing good. I can't complain. I cannot complain, Lucky. Hopefully, you're having a good one as well, guys. Okay, stay blessed. And you already know how are you doing. But back to the topic at hand right now. Ariel Helwani back at UFC events is a big, big news in the MMA community, guys. Okay, it really is. Like I said, he hasn't, really been at UFC events for a very long time, and now I wonder if we're gonna have Ariel Helwani at, at UFC press conferences, asking Dana White and the fighters some specific questions. Will we have that back? I wonder. I wonder how that's gonna look, guys. Honestly, I wonder how that whole, relationship will get, fixed. To be honest with you. But it's been a long time coming. Honestly, it's been a long time coming for Dana White and Ariel Helwani. To be honest with you, I mean, Ariel Helwani, I guess he was just being a journalist on, the argument for him. I guess you could say, leaking out some information prior to the UFC actually, putting it out there and promoting it and using it as a marketing tool. But unfortunately, that's what broke the camel's back, so to speak, for the relationship for Ariel Helwani and the UFC. But now we're back, guys. We are back, and we just might get Ariel Helwani back at UFC events, guys. Okay, Jason 9, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, guys. OFC Dana is bringing him back. If there's money, there's Jews. You know. Yeah, man. I think the reason why Dana White is actually open to the idea of bringing Ariel Helwani back is because the recent press conference that he had at the boxing events. Most likely, in my opinion, most likely I left a bad taste in Dana White's mouth, and he was like, "Man, I surely appreciated Ariel Helwani, to be honest with you. Okay, I surely appreciated that. Um, and now we just might get that back. And now we just might get that back, guys. All right, and that's not the only news, guys. Okay, that is not the only news right now. Breaking this MMA community, guys. We got Raja Jackson arrested, guys. Okay, he is arrested. The way it looks right now for Raja Jackson, I'm not sure if he will post bond. Okay, I believe his bond is about $60,000, but we shall see if he posts his bond. But Raja Jackson has been arrested for his actions to that wrestler at that wrestling event. Okay, now I did say it was a bad work, but unfortunately we are here, guys. Okay, he suffered some real injuries, and we shall see how this looks for Raja Jackson. To be honest with you, he's been arrested. Um, yeah, he's most likely going to be sued. I don't know. I don't know if the wrestler guy is going to press charges, but we shall see. We shall see. Uh, took way too long. Jason 9 coming in here with facts. It did take too long, to be honest with you. It took a long time, but it is what it is, guys. I mean, that's the way that's the way it works sometimes. You know what I mean? That's the way it works sometimes. You know, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, guys. It is unfortunate. Okay, but we're living in a simulation, guys. We must be living in a simulation now that we have Ariel Helwani back at UFC events, and I can't wait for this, guys. I wonder what's going to be the first event that Ariel Helwani actually goes to be real. I've been speculating that since I heard the news, to be real. Would it be the first, numbered pay-per-view? Might be. We shall see. Or is he gonna is Ariel Helwani gonna make, special appearances like the, UFC White House where he wait, to get to the UFC White House to make his appearance, but that's a long way. He'll be back at MSG. Hey, that's a possibility, guys. That is a possibility, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? If you are new to the channel, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, okay? Do me the favor, support the community. You already know what it is. Who's coming back? Mustard! Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. And Ariel Helwani is coming back to the UFC, guys. He is no longer banned by the UFC and Dana White. Okay, so the speculation is what is going to be the first event that we have Ariel Helwani actually present in. Cham says hi. How you doing, Cham? Welcome to your channel and welcome to your chat. Please don't be John Jones. No, Mustard. No, it is not it is not John Jones right now, okay? Mustard says, "Oh, sweet Ariel." Yes, Ariel Helwani is back, guys. All right, he is back, and Raja Jackson has been arrested, guys. Okay, that's the two breaking news right now, floating in the MMA community right now. And according to Jason 9 says Raja Jackson being arrested took too long, guys. It took too long, and it kind of did, to be real. You know what I mean? Usually, when a regular person does something like this, he's arrested. Quickly, quickly. Okay. Ivan says, who you talking about? Who? Cham says, hi. How you doing, Cham? How are you doing? Mustard says, sorry, Raja, but you got to take this L. You got to take this L, man. You got to take this L. Raja Jackson actually might be crash out of the year, guys, okay? Raja Jackson might be crash out of the year, to be honest with you guys, okay? If in this MMA community, yes, I think Raja Jackson is most likely going to take this L and ride it all the way, okay? All the way to crash out of the year reward. Okay. Crazy that the wrestling academy involved was trying to cover everything. Jason 9, of course, they were trying to cover everything. They were trying to save their own asses. Okay, they were trying to save their own asses. Decker says my crash out of the year is BSD fraud checking Ruffy. Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you. Ivan says Roger Jackson should have been arrested a long time ago. Well, Jason 9, you have somebody in the chat that agrees with you. Okay, and look, I agree with you too, to be real. Okay. Mustard says, don't forget Gene Silva. What a clown. I mean, hey, he took an L, man. He took an L. You can't forget, guys. I mean, look, Gene Silva, he wasn't successful, but he found success later in that fight. I mean, in that second round, you can't say he wasn't finding success, guys. I mean, he was catching Diego. He really was. I mean, he was catching with everything. He was catching Diego with spinning back fists, body kicks, spinning back kicks. He was hitting him with the kitchen sink, guys. Okay, but luckily Diego, was able to finish Gene Silva. Okay. Let me see. Mustard erased it. All right. And Rampage is about to do the same to MMA Guru. It seems. Really? Wait a minute, Jason 9. Give me the 411. Jason 9, give me the 411 of what's going on with the drama in this MMA community. I had no idea that there was actual drama like that between Rampage Jackson and MMA Guru. What's going on out there? Mustard says, I'm very happy for BSD. Ruffy is cool, but I enjoyed BSD and his fights. I hear you, Mustard. I hear you. Ivan says, I liked and subscribed to the channel. Good day, my friend. Ivan, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ivan. And welcome to the community and welcome to your chat. Decker says, Diego got a chin and was composed. I felt that Silva would have slowed down tremendously in the third. I agree with you, Decker. I agree with you. To be honest with you, I do. But look, guys. I mean, yes, Diego Lopez showed that there's levels to this mixed martial arts thing. I mean, there's always been levels, and even with Gene Silva's, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, he needs to work on that as well because Diego Lopez did take advantage of him in the first round. Okay. Mustard says, I'm honestly gonna make a bold statement, but I think Diego will get his get back at Volk. Wait a minute. Mustard out here making bold statements. Content Gamer says, Yo, OE, you're live. You already know what it is, guys. You already know what it is. Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions, okay? There's nobody else doing it like me right now at 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, okay? You're damn right I'm live, guys, okay? When there's breaking news, you hear me out here soon after. Okay, and the breaking news right now, as it stands, Ariel Helwani is back at UFC events. The ban has been uplifted by Dana White and the UFC. And Raja Jackson has found himself being arrested, finally, okay, weeks later, after his vicious actions that he did at this wrestling event to a wrestler. Okay, that is the breaking news as it stands right now. MMA Guru said Raja was a stupid animal. Rampage as a pussy mood. To be honest, is playing the race card, calling him racist and shit. Look, guys, I don't think MMA Guru is a racist. Okay, I hope he's not. Okay, I hope he's not. But I don't think he's a racist. He might have said what he said, but I think he was doing it more as a joke. He was playing around. I think he was just playing around, trying to poke the bear. And obviously now we're here. Mustard says, and then we'll get a trilogy between Volk and Diego. Mustard, we might just get that. I mean, that was a huge win by Diego Lopez. You know what I mean? And according to the way things are going, I mean, we might just get Diego Lopez versus Aljamain Sterling. And if we get that fight, I think Diego Lopez has a great chance of beating Aljamain Sterling and putting himself back in position for that Volk fight. Okay. Let me see. Decker says Murphy beats Volk, Evlov beats Murphy, and Lopez beats Evlov. Wow, Decker. He has broken down of how everything is going to go. I mean, look, guys, Lerone Murphy hasn't lost a fight in years. Okay, so We're just seeing the beginning of that guy. I know he's getting older right now. He is to the tail end of his prime, to be real with you. I believe he's like 35, 36 years old, 34 years old, something like that, around that age. Nah, 100%. I don't think Guru was saying that just to add more attention to the situation. But I can't deny he was acting like an animal. Look, I can't deny Raja Jackson was definitely acting like an animal, and that those type of actions are animalistic. Okay, those type of actions, guys, are animalistic. And I think MMA Guru was just calling it out like it is. Okay, contact gamer says he have you watched Superman yet? Look, contact gamer, I have not watched Superman. Okay, I have not watched Superman because there's been so many Supermans already. Okay, there's like about 10,000 movies already on Superman, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. Like I always say, this is your channel. Okay, I am just a pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Run up these likes, guys, and run up these subscriptions. I hate to say it, but man, Mozart is actually screwing himself over so badly. Mustard, I agree with you. I mean, he hasn't fought in a long time, damn near a year almost. Okay. What do you think about Canelo losing? Look, what do I think about Canelo losing? It wasn't a tough loss. I can tell you that much. I mean, if you look at Canelo's, face, it looked like he just got done with a sparring match at your local gym. Okay. He had no, serious injuries. Not even a little, a little bruise. A little bruise on one of his eyes, guys. Okay, let alone a damn cut. So what do I think about Canelo losing? I mean, it was barely a loss, guys. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was a loss, but I mean, guys. I mean, not much happened. All right, I'm just being real. I mean, back in the day, I mean, I was spoiled, like I said. Okay, I already made a live about this, but I was damn near spoiled. Okay, back there in the '90s, watching all these legends go in the ring, like they were gonna die, going in there trying to kill somebody and catch a body. But nowadays, it's just a glorified sparring match between the best and the best and the best, and they're getting paid top dollar. Crazy. Uh, Yeah, you're right. Content gamer, thank you. I do think though people are taking the situation with Mozart the same as the one with Armin when it's completely different. Look, guys, it's definitely completely different. Um, Decker says Canelo should keep taking money fights and Crawford should retire. We shall see. We shall see how it happens. RDR so handsome. At Jason9, MMA Guru is racist. Hassan, I mean, we have people in here that have different opinions, guys. Okay, and maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Okay. Thoughts on Jake Paul versus Tank Davis? I think, I think this is getting old, guys. You know what I mean? I think I've reached a stage where I'm not entertained by the bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm not entertained by the bullshit. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? All these all these bullshit type of fights, we all know is garbage. Straight garbage, guys. Okay? Excuse me. Jason Nine says, "For real, I was not expecting Rampage to do that pussy shit. Even started talking shit about Psycho Stu for not saying nothing to make Raja look better. Like this motherfucker retarded or something." Yeah, guys. I mean, look, guys. I mean, you can't expect much by somebody who's been in combat sports and took punches and multiple punches to the head, probably suffering from CTE. Okay, you can't really do much with that. Decker says it is bad what Rampage said, but Rampage is going to be biased for his son and be delusional. Decker, I mean, that is true. That is true. Hassan says, "Come on, man. He is just read between the lines." That's what Hassan says. Jason Nine says, "If you don't like being called an animal, don't act like one." I agree, man. I agree with you. And like I said, guys, that was animalistic actions. Okay, Content Gamer says, hey OE, how do you become a mediator? Well, you got to be a long time supporter of the channel. Okay, long time supporter on the channel, and you gotta show that you're protecting this community. You know what I mean? You gotta show that you're protecting this community. Okay. Mustard says Rampage is on his Tito Ortiz arc. I don't think it's that bad for Rampage Jackson. I mean, when it comes to Tito Ortiz, I mean, he's suffering a lot when it comes to CTE. You know what I mean? But I love Tito Ortiz, man. One of my favorite fighters, to be real. Content Gamer, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Continue supporting the community, and you know what I mean. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. A-Rod says, what do you think will get Islam versus Ilya, and who's going to win? When do you think we'll get Islam versus Ilya, and who will win? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. When we will get that fight. To be honest with you, there's a lot. There's a lot that needs to happen. Okay, there's a lot that needs to happen. We still have to have Armin, fight Ilya Taporia, but it really looks like the UFC is stalling that fight, and they're stalling Armin. So in my opinion, we might just get that fight, sooner than later. To be honest with you, excuse me. Um, yeah. So if that fight ever happened, I mean, I see Islam taking that fight, guys. Decker says Tito Ortiz might be starting his BJJ pen arc soon. Guys, why? Come on, Decker. You already named two of my favorite fighters right there. Okay, two of some of my favorite, Tito Ortiz and BJ Penn. You know what I mean? Two guys suffer from CTE, one more than the other. Obviously, I mean BJ Penn. I believe he just got arrested for the fifth or sixth time. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Hassan says Awad first Armin versus Ilya. Yeah, I did say that. Islam by decision or submission. That's what Mustard says. Dean, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, Dean. What's up? Jason 9 says submission probably. Mustard says first Tom, now Armin. Can we stop stalling on our young future stars? This is ridiculous. I mean, I can't disagree with you, Mustard. I mean, yeah, I believe that's what the UFC is doing right now. You know what I mean? Especially with this Paramount deal. I think there's a lot of fights that they have in their mind for the future, and they're saving it for that Paramount deal. Hassan says BJ Penn might be starting his Tony Ferguson arc. Damn, Hassan. You guys are cold blooded right now. You done did name basically all my favorite fighters. All right, Tito Ortiz, BJ Penn, and now Tony Ferguson. You guys got some nerve. Jack, one of the best. Jack, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. One of the best bearded men in the game. How's it going, bro? I am doing good, Jack. I cannot complain. You know what I mean? I cannot complain, guys. All right. Thank you for asking. Hopefully, you're having a good one, and blessings to you. Decker says, I think Islam wins by head kick on Taporia. I think Islam wins as well, guys. Awad says, yeah, Armin versus Ilya could happen, but it feels like Patty might get a chance before Armin. That's a fucking suck ass story, man. I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Patty the Batty versus Ilya Taporia. I want to see Armin versus Ilya. That's the fight that they need to make. Okay? That's the man that deserves to fight for gold. Unbelievable. Just one says how many donuts can you stack on it? I believe like a seven. A seven, 6 or 7, guys. Okay. Mustard says last thing Patty did was beat a guy who was on a 2-fight losing streak and was ranked 10th. He hasn't even beat anyone in the top 5. Mustard. Spitting facts out here for the community. Okay, spitting facts out here for the community. You are not lying. Jack says, you on Oberg KO with me, bro. Surely, LOL. I think Ilya KO's Armin Cole, bro. You agree? No, guys. Jack, I don't agree with you with the Ilya. I think Armin wins that fight, man. Okay. And when it comes to Oberg, I mean, I could see him knocking him out. I could see him knocking out Reyes, to be honest with you. But I do think I do want Reyes to to win just for the fact that he deserves a comeback. Yo, Hassan says no way Armin wins. Holy shit, Armin ain't shit. Damn, Jack, you guys out here hitting people with the low blow. Okay, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. How is Armin ain't shit? That's what Decker said. But this is fighting. You don't always get what you want. What I agree with you. Especially what's going on with the mixed martial arts. In the mixed martial arts community. Let me see. Armin has Ilya shaking in his boots. That is what Mustard says. I agree. I agree. Jack says, yeah, Oberg is the man. He beat Polish Power pretty easily. I hear you. Hassan says, at Jack, how? Mustard says, and high key looking back, I do think Ilya is mad overrated. There you go, Mustard. Finally, everybody's coming around to the idea that he is overrated, guys. Okay. Jason 9 says, nah, Armin is putting the McGregor knockoff to sleep. There we go, Jason 9. Decker says Armin got Taporia saying he'd rather vacate the title than fight him. Clearly, he's the shit. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Making clear points and spitting facts out here. Hassan says, Jack, why is Ilya ducking him then? Hey. Jack says, he barely beat DuBronx. LOL. He just about got subbed. Holy crap, guys. We got a great debate right now. Great debate right now. Okay. Mustard says, with all due respect, he joined a division that hadn't any time to access his game because they never expected to fight him. But soon you'll see people find a game plan. Mustard, that's a good way of looking at things, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? That's a good way of looking at things when it comes to Ilya Taporia. Armin Jack says Armin pulled out his last fight. LOL. What the fuck? Look, Jack, he did pull out of his last fight. Okay. But it is what it is, guys. I mean, Khabib Nurmagomedov pulled out of 5 fights as well. It fucking happens, guys. Okay, it fucking happens. Uh, Awad says, "Nah, man. I feel like we need to put respect on Ilya's name. This man has talked the talk and he walked the walk. I feel like Ilya would knock him out." Awad, that's a huge statement, bold statement, but I don't agree with you. Mustard says, and with all due respect, Charles was washed. He was struggling against an old Michael Chandler on a losing streak. Mustard, I agree with you. I did mention that. Okay, I did mention that. Okay, and I can't disagree with you. I cannot. Hassan says, Awad, no way. Armin would beat him. There we go. Jack says, Awad, I agree. That fight needs to happen. Awad, that's what I'm saying. Ilya wins guaranteed. I don't think Ilya wins, guys. I don't think Ilya beats Armin. I just don't think it happens. I see Armin winning that fight, guys. Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions, guys. What are you doing? Uh, Let me see. Decker says, to be fair, Taporia knocked out 2 old men, but we'll see how he does against a young fighter like Armin and Patty. He's trying to fight another old guy in Gaethje. Gaethje is definitely out of his prime. And Gaethje is a CTE patient. Okay, guys? All right, CTE patient. Jack says, man, Islam versus Jack is a massive fight. I'm looking forward to that one. Look, Jack, that is a good fight. That is a good fight. Mustard says, and speaking of Charles, I hate to say it, but I want to see him call it a career. Unfortunately, he's going to fight Rafael Fiziev. And excuse me, guys. And I don't know how that fight is gonna go. To be honest, I have no idea how that fight is gonna go. Jack says that's a brave statement, boss. Ilya beat Du Bronx way more convincingly. LOL. Jason Nine says almost 40 years old Chandler and struggling. Yeah, yeah, guys. I mean, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, let me give you the roundabout of the topic of discussion today. And the topic of discussion today, guys, was Roger Jackson getting arrested finally for his actions, that he did at a wrestling event to a wrestler. And as well as the other breaking news is Ariel Helwani is finally welcomed back to the UFC and is no longer banned by Dana White. So that's the big news, guys. That was the topic of discussion, but we're past the 30-minute mark, guys, so we could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related, all right? Decker says, I hope Fazeev wins. We need some more top contenders. I agree with you, Decker, because I honestly don't trust Charles to beat most of the top guys based off his later feats. I agree with you, Mustard. I do. Sammy, how you doing, Sammy? Welcome to your channel and welcome to your chat, Sammy. Okay, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Okay, nah, man, I hated Ilya, but he has my respect now because he's done what he said he was going to do, and I feel like he'll win. Hey, what I hear you. Okay, I am not here to argue with you. Okay, I'm not here to debate with you. You are entitled to your own opinion. I just don't agree with your opinion. Okay. Jason Nine says he beat a bunch of old dudes. I happen to agree with Jason Nine. Marshall says, I think Max Holloway pieces Charles up. Armin takes him down easily considering he is struggling against Chandler, and I honestly think Patty could beat Charles. Keyword could. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a possibility. I don't think you said anything wrong there, Mustard. You know what I mean? Everything you said there is I think it's a good statement. It's good statements. Decker says, yeah, because Ilya clearly cherry picks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the way things are going for Ilya Taporia right now. I mean, like I said, the fight to make is Ilya versus Armin. But there's been rumors out there right now that Ilya Taporia is going to fight Justin Gaethje, which is trash, guys. Okay, that is garbage. Okay, and who do you have to thanks for that, guys? Who do we have to thank for that? Okay, Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard. That's the two guys that are in charge of building fights and building these cards. So if they put together the Ilya Taporia and Justin Gaethje fight, we should definitely thank them for putting Ilya Taporia against a CTE patient. Okay. Decker says Holloway was the best win, and it's still pretty sus because Holloway decided to go down in weight class after spending months bulking up and getting dropped by Gaethje. I agree with you. I agree with you, Decker. 100%. Mustard says, let Charles and Justin retire against each other. They both need to get out. Yeah, I think when it comes to Charles and Justin Gaethje, yeah, I think it's time to call it a career. Jack says Jason 9 KO Volk Max and Du Bronx is fucking crazy. His hands are probably the best in the UFC. Crazy. That's crazy. AY, what do you think about Islam versus JDM? If I had to answer that question, look, I think Islam is going to win that fight. All right. If you guys go watch JDM versus Bilal Muhammad, that was a lot closer than what the judges actually said it was. I've watched that fight already twice, 3 times actually. 3 times I watched that fight, Bilal Muhammad versus JDM, and that was a closer fight than what the judges had it. With all due respect. So based on that, I think Islam will come in there with a similar game plan, but a much better game plan. Most likely heavy wrestling, and make JDM work early on. So then he submits JDM later on in the championship rounds. Jason Nine says Justin pulling in a wheelchair for the fight. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine that? Jazz says Volk beats Lopez after getting knocked by Ilya. That would be crazy. Excuse me. Mustard. 100% Max looked like he was dying on that weight in the Ilya fight. I do agree with you. I already mentioned that, guys. I did mention that. I do believe, the Max Holloway KO was very, very suspect. He was already in the lightweight division, spending time in the lightweight division. He already bulked up. So for him to come back down and fight him, it made no sense. Why wouldn't Ilya Taporia just wait to fight him at the lightweight division? There was obviously something that Ilya Taporia definitely wanted to take advantage of. Mustard says he has the same plan against JDM as below, but with just better tools to make it work. But that's just me. I agree with you. I think Islam does have better tools than below Muhammad, and he's going to use it to his advantage against JDM. To be real with you guys, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fantastic, fantastic fight. I'm excited for it. It happens in November. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. I mean, September is, the lackluster month for the UFC. But let me tell you something. Everything after September is pretty entertaining. I mean, October is stacked. Okay, November stacked. All right. So the future for 2025 looks very, very fun, very, very, entertaining, and I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait for it. There's some entertaining fights that are, you know, in the future, so hold on to your seatbelts, guys. Okay, hold on. But yeah, guys. I mean, Decker says, "You mean Volk beats Lopez after a year of recovering of being KO'd, then 3 months after Islam? No way." Okay, Mustard says because I do think offensively Islam is better than below submissions wise, but below is better at point scoring. Yeah. I mean, you could look at it that way. I mean, especially that Islam goes in there and usually he looks for the finish. You know what I mean? Awad says prediction for Ankalaev versus Pereira. I feel like Ankalaev wins again. Awad, I do see Ankalaev going in there and winning. Okay, I mean the way he looked against Pereira in that first fight, it was nothing short but amazing. I mean, he outstruck Alex Pereira and beat him at his own game plan. Okay, so you got to go with Uncle Live. There's probably going to be some, changes, obviously, that Alex is going to make to his game plan, but I don't see Uncle Live losing, to be real. I really don't. Decker says Islam is basically a better below, but we'll see how Islam's strength looks at welterweight. I think it's going to look good. I think it's going to look good for Islam, to be honest with you. There's going to be less weight that he has to cut. And I think we're going to see a strong welterweight Islam, to be real. Mustard says, I think Inc. does win and Alex moves up to heavyweight, hopefully, and fights someone in that top five, then get Tom. If that does happen, Mustard, that sounds fun. In my opinion, that sounds fun, guys. Okay? That sounds fun to me. Decker says, I have a feeling Ankalaev KO's Pereira. Not going to lie, Pereira goes up to heavyweight, fights Jones at White House. You really think that's going to happen? That would be a good look, honestly, guys. I mean, I would love to see John Jones at that White House card, but according to Dana White, he has confirmed that John Jones is just not trustworthy to the point where he could put him on a White House card. Excuse me. But it is looking like the card is being put together, and it is looking like Dana White wants to bring along Conor McGregor to this card. And I did predict that Conor McGregor would be on this card, and I did predict that Kayla Harrison as well will be on this card, and those are two things that might just happen. Pereira can do it though, but yeah, that was impressive, very much impressive. Jason Nine Mustard says the Tom fight likely being his last fight, letting him go out on a big fight. Maybe Mustard, maybe Awad says, but if Ankalaev tries to stand up with Pereira, Pereira does have a chance. I mean, I agree. If he does stand up with him again, Pereira does have a chance, but I mean, Uncle Live looks very, very good on his feet. Decker says Dana White also said Aspinall Jones is definitely happening. He always lying. Decker, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, but I mean, Kayla Harrison. I mean, she was on an interview and she was asked if about her and confirming the fact that Dana White and the UFC want her to be on this card, and Kayla Harrison did confirm that she will be on this White House card. So I mean, with her confirming, I mean maybe Dana White is not spitting any hot fire here, guys. Okay. Let me see. Mustard says, bro, Ank has been standing with Alex. People forget Ank is more of a striker than wrestler, bro. Alex in my opinion, doesn't have to worry about the takedown as much as he thinks he does. I mean, maybe not, guys. You know what I mean? Maybe not, but I can tell you what. I can tell you what. That fight is going to be very much entertaining. You know what I mean? I do see Alex Pereira going in there and having, having trying to have his way against Ankalaev. There's going to be different kind of game plans, that they're going to both put together against each other. And I do see Alex Pereira early on finding success. Now, does he beat Ankalaev? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But, can Alex Pereira in the early rounds find success? I do believe that. I do believe that. Let me see. Decker says Alex defended every takedown so maybe he has more confidence now. Maybe, guys. Excuse me, but I'm not sure. I am not sure, especially when you're a stand-up fighter and you get out. You're fighting a guy who almost put. I mean, there was moments in there, guys, that Ankalaev, he hit Alex with some combinations. So maybe Alex is is a little bit more reluctant, even more reluctant than the first fight, because in that first fight there was like just moments in there where you're looking at Alex and you're like, man, he just doesn't look like he wants to, go. He looks like he's just waiting, which was a bad move, to be honest. Jason Knight says Uncle Ive and Alex better be prepared to the goat jab Strickland coming back. You're tripping, man. You are tripping. You really think Strickland is coming back and being the GOAT? He was never the GOAT in the first place, chasing 9. AWAT says prediction for Aspinall versus Gone. Guys, I can't give you my prediction for that just yet, guys. But I'm going to tell you what, as I always say, and I've been saying this, okay? I've been saying this. Do not be surprised if Cyril Gone actually goes in there and finishes Tom Aspinall, guys, okay? Do not be surprised if Cyril Gone actually, goes in there and surprises everybody. Okay? Don't be surprised. But that is not my predictions. LG, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Yo, put some respect on Pantoja's name. I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, I'm not here to debate with that one. Let me see. I hope Gon sleeps him. Holy hell. That's what Decker says. LG says Tom KO round one easy pick. Hey, I hear you, LG. I hear you. Mustard says Gon has zero chance. Zero. Guys, I mean, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, all right? I already see the John Jones tweets already, guys, okay? I told you so. These heavyweights come and go. I already see it. I see it now. Okay, I see it now, guys. Tom is a beast. LOL. If Gon wins, bro, Aspinall should go and put the fries in the bag. Mustard says Jones could walk in and poke both of Tom's eyes before every round, and Tom is still sleeping. This fraud gone. You guys got some heavy jokes today. LG says Jones ran scared. That was pathetic. Well, I mean, John Jones, according to Dana White and the UFC, he is in the testing pool, so he hasn't ran yet. You know what I mean? Technically, okay. Uh, how you doing, man? Welcome to your channel and welcome to your chat, BR. I'm gonna call you BR, okay? BR, welcome to your chat, man. LG says, have you ever seen a champion duck a contender ever the way Jones did to Aspinall? No, I mean, I can't say I've ever watched that, guys, okay? I can't say that has ever happened, but unfortunately it's happened now, okay? John Jones did not want to fight Tom Aspinall and defend his title for a division that's in shambles! In shambles! Guys, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, okay? Support the community. Let me see. Have you ever? Gone is a beast. I hear you. I hear you. Who's that? Mustard. Mustard says we forgetting he got his ass beat by Volkov. Meanwhile, Tom takes him out in a very first round. He's pretty much one rounded most of the top 10. The only one he hasn't are the one he hasn't fought. Good point, Mustard. Good point. LG says he vacated the belt and retired. LOL. That was a super fight on a platter. That was not a super fight, LG. I don't know what you're talking about, LG. Don't try to sell me this spoiled product right here. Talking about that was a super fight. Fighting Tom Aspinall is not a super fight. Okay, John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is not a super fight, guys. Alex Pereira versus John Jones is more of a super fight than Tom Aspinall versus John Jones any day. Any day. So don't try to sell me some spoiled product. Okay, talking about that Tom Aspinall versus John Jones was a freaking, come on, guys. A super fight? You sleeping at the wheel, LG. Don't say that again. Decker says, yes, I have Bisping ducking Romero so badly. I hear you. Mr. C's. Mr. C's, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Mr. C's, hopefully, you are back in this community. And you know for a fact that I did apologize. You know what I mean? Hopefully you didn't get offended for my, reaction of what I said last time, Mr. C's. But you're holding down the community, man. You already know. You stay up late or wake up early to stream? I think I wake up early, man. I wake up early and I prepare myself. I have a good breakfast, have a good meal in me, and then I get myself prepared and take notes on what I'm going to talk about on the live. And then I get it right on here with you guys. You know what I mean? And start the bantering. LG says Tom versus Jones was a super fight for sure. LG, you're sleeping at the wheel, man. You are sleeping at the wheel, my guy. Okay? I disagree with you, LG. I disagree with you. Mustard says, and the only two he hasn't beaten in that area is Gone and Almeida, which, with all due respect, Almeida got his ass beat by Curtis Blades, who also got one rounded by Tom. Good point. Good point. Decker says Jones Pereira would have 500K more pay-per-view buys than Aspinall any day. Exactly, Decker. Thank you for spitting facts. LG says Tom is a massive brother. LOL. Put some respect on his name. He KO Blades easily. Look, LG, I agree with you, but do not try to sell me spoiled product talking about that Tom Aspinall versus John Jones was a super fight, because never would that be a super fight. AWA talking about shit fights. Mayweather trying to set up a fight with Tyson. That is a shit fight, guys. That is a fucking tragic fight. Content Gamer says, yo, are you going to watch Wrestle Palooza? No, hell no. Guys, I don't watch wrestling anymore. Wrestling has gone away, okay? Jason Knight says, Derek Lewis, the heavyweight GOAT, put him against Aspinall and see what happens. I agree with you. He is on a winning streak, and the two last fights have been impressive KOs for Derek Lewis, guys. Mr. C says, audio quality is bad today. Maybe you're talking too close to the mic. Maybe I am, guys. Maybe I am talking too close to the mic, Mr. C. I apologize. Okay, I apologize. Content Gamer says, at least it ain't Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. Fucking sad story that Mike Tyson is still out here trying to compete. You know what I mean? These tragic fights. Okay, tragic fights. LG says, Big Curtis Blades ain't no slouch. He's got more dog than gone. Yeah. Okay, LG. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Mercer says he also knocked out Prime Pavel Roach, who was 10-fight win streak, which were knockouts, and he one round in him too and stole all his confidence. Good point, man. Another good point by Mustard. Mustard is out here spitting facts today, guys. Okay? He's out here spitting facts today. And guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay? It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Support the community. Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, okay? Do me the favor. Decker says Lewis sleeps Aspinall. Damn. I won't be surprised if that happened, guys. I won't be surprised if Derek Lewis is able to go in there and sleep Tom Aspinall, okay? Decker says Gunn is the most skilled striker Aspinall is going to fight, though. He can't bum rush Gunn like everyone else. Very good point, Decker. That is a very good point, okay? LG says Mustard, agreed. Tom is a savage. Jason 9 says Tyson has money, bro. I don't know why he's doing it for real. That Paul fight at the end, he was barely standing. Shit is sad for real. Jason 9, I agree. I agree. Somebody needs to sit down with Mike Tyson and tell him, look, guy, those days are over. Those glory days, my guy is over. Okay. And I don't want to see you in combat sports any day. Okay. Any day. Let alone on Saturday night competing against these youngsters. Okay. Somebody needs to sit him down and pat him on the shoulder. Okay. And hold him on the shoulder. Okay. And get emotional with Mike Tyson. All right. That's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to do that. Maybe Henry Cejudo. Can you imagine that? That shit would look hilarious if Henry Cejudo sat him down and had a conversation with Mike Tyson. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry. That would be hilarious. The pound for pound. Oh God. Oh. All right. Mustard agree with let me see. Tyson. All right, I read that. He hasn't he doesn't have he doesn't have to. He one rounded subbed Volkov. He was bullying Gone for 5 rounds. That's what Mustard said, guys. LG says Prime Mike Tyson eats everyone. I hear you. I hear you guys. All right. Decker says Volkov didn't bully Gone for 5 rounds. Volkov laid on Gone and realized they weren't gonna favor control over damage when Gone was throwing sub attempts and striking. That's a good breakdown. That is a fantastic breakdown by Decker, guys. And look, guys, you're all making fantastic points. You guys are all making fantastic points, honestly. Okay, I don't disagree with any of you, to be real. I just happen to think that heavyweight division is in shambles. Okay, I happen to think that heavyweight division is in shambles, and the UFC right now is doing their due diligence and they're signing heavyweights left and right, guys. Okay, which is a telltale, guys. It's a telltale of the state of that damn heavyweight division. All right, let me read some of these comments. Mustard says, and if Volkov can out wrestle Gon that badly, a guy who got one rounded sub by Tom, then there is zero chance Gon can survive Tom's wrestling. We shall see. We shall see, Mustard. But I won't be surprised if Cyril Gon is able to pull the impossible. Okay? I won't be surprised. Mustard says, I honestly think Tom is gonna Chimaev Cyril Gon the second he shoots for a takedown. Damn. Mars! How you doing, Mars? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Making your one-time appearance. One time a month appearance. I appreciate you. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Decker says Volkov improved his wrestling clearly, and Gon also did too. He was getting takedowns on Volkov and had good ground defense. Aspinall won't dominate him on the ground like you think. That's a good point by Decker. Yeah, I like this argument. I like the debate. Jason 9 says Sergey should fight Tom. I don't know who's credible in that heavyweight division besides Derek Lewis to fight Tom Aspinall, honestly, guys. I'm just being real with you. That is the state of that division. It's a sad story, guys. Okay, and I actually do think he will out wrestle Sub Gone very easily, very early, and beat Jones time against Gone just as a flex. Damn, Mustard, you really think Tom Aspinall is going to go in there and beat John Jones time? I don't see it happening, but that's a good, bold statement, and I'm going to hold you accountable. Once that fight happens and that fight goes to a 5 round fucking fight, and Cyril Gahn has his moments in that fight that has you questioning Tom Aspinall's ability in that heavyweight division, I'm going to hold you accountable and remember this day when you made this statement, okay, talking about that you do actually think that he out wrestles and subs Gone very early and beats John Jones time, okay, as a flex, okay? I'm going to hold you accountable, Mustard. I will. Okay. LG says, Mustard, it will be close. LOL. Tom flatlines him quick. LG, you're sleeping at the wheel, man. Okay. Jason 9, bringing back Ngannou, bro. Somebody has to do something. I mean, look, guys, they're not bringing back Francis Ngannou. It's never happening, guys. Okay. Unfortunately, the UFC and Dana White, they're sleeping at the wheel too. All right, because letting go Francis Ngannou was one of the weakest things that they can do. All right, one of the weakest. Mr. C says Tom and Gon both aren't wrestlers. They both have gotten takedowns in the heavyweight division, which mean zilch, zero, nada. Good point by Mr. C's. That's an actual good point. Great statement, actually, Mr. C's. I didn't even have that in my mind, but you're right. Decker says just bring. I don't know who the hell that is, Decker. Mustard says afterwards, Gon can fight Pavlovich and maybe give us Alex versus Tom off rip if he gets past Ank. We shall see, guys. Easier said than done. That Uncle fight is a tough son of a bitch, right? Mustard says, does Gon have a first round submission? That's a good question, and I don't think he does. Decker, he's the triple champ from One FC. Holy shit, he is the triple champ from One FC, huh? Oh, maybe he finds success in the UFC, but we already seen how how other guys do once they get into the UFC. Very rarely these guys find success in the UFC. RDR, he might be one of those guys that you know actually finds success. You know, and he struggled against Robert Whitaker, which tells a huge story of RDR's ability as well. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good game plan. Okay, Decker, but sounds creative. And you know what? I like the idea. Why not? LG says Mustard Porton ain't getting past Ank. He is made of he is made up beat Porton. LOL. Damn LG. Bold statements. Hey, maybe, but heavyweight should be easier than stacked bantamweight and featherweight. Anomaly, anon were murdered. Topuria and Spivak at least. I mean, Decker. You are right. You are right. I mean, especially in that heavyweight division. That heavyweight division is in shambles. So him coming into the heavyweight division would spark up some interest, definitely. Okay, and it would be a good sign. Why not? Go ahead. I say the UFC should do it. Muscle says, "Hey, I'm not complaining. Either way, we'll likely either get Alex versus Tom or Ank versus Tom later down the line. I believe this. Mustard. Maybe we will get it. Maybe we will get it, but I'm not sure, guys. It's gonna look spectacular if Cyril Gahn is able to go in there and beat Tom Aspinall and surprise everybody. Okay." I'm telling you, the John Jones tweets will never stop. Mars says Pereira's head isn't in the game like before. He's only getting older. Mars, I agree with you. Okay, I can't disagree with you. He is getting older. Mr. C says, which champ lays the most pipe? Holy shit, Mr. C. I think the most champ that lays the most pipe, in my opinion, okay, guys, in my opinion, will have to be Marab. I think Marab is out there laying pipe right now. Uh, Mr. C says, and why is it Marab? It has to be. It has to be Marab. LG says Tom a lot bigger than Ink. Mirage says Kayla Harrison lays the most pipe. Oh, you guys are out of control, guys. Okay, you guys are out of control, and that's why I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of this community and pushing this community to where it is and where it's going, guys. Okay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay, but let me give you the roundabout of the topic of discussion today, guys. Rajah Jackson, once again, okay, breaking news. Rajah Jackson has been arrested. Finally, he's been arrested for his action that he did at a wrestling event against a wrestler. Okay, he has been arrested, and his bond is $60,000. I have not yet found out if Rajah Jackson actually posted bail, but we shall see. All right, I'll let you guys know as the breaking news continues to trickle down. And as well, breaking news, we got Ariel Helwani coming back to the UFC and that ban actually being lifted by Dana White. So we shall see if we get Ariel Helwani at the first numbered UFC event, guys. This is huge news, okay? This is huge, huge news. Mars says, took them long enough. I agree with you guys. Okay, I agree with you, Mars. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, okay, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, you already know what it is. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I most likely get live tomorrow morning like I always do. All right, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, and you already know what it is. Let me read you the last. Mr. C says, "Are you a big Salsa Boy fan?" Not really, guys. Okay, but I will listen to some salsa. Okay, I can't lie. I will listen to it, but I'm not a big fan, guys. Okay, but anyways, guys, this is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Okay, and I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next live. Blesses.